I am your blue state conservative coming to you from Portland, Oregon. Yes, the city that voted to legalize drug use when it comes to mushrooms and cocaine last night. That is the number one inquiry that I've been receiving from people is this true? Yeah, it's true. And I don't think I have to explain this, but I absolutely did not vote for that shit. It's disgusting, and I really am contemplating making a move. I just cannot even fathom raising my kids in a city that would allow such behavior. So moving on, watching the election last night, I ended up going to bed at midnight, Pacific Standard Time. And when I went to bed, we were looking really good in Michigan, and we were looking really good in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, huge margin. And then I wake up 3 or 4 hours later and check the polls, and they're trending blue. And you know what? I've said it for the last couple of months. The only way that Biden would ever win is through voter fraud. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. President Trump has called for a recount of Wisconsin. Absolutely. I read somewhere that Wisconsin actually received more votes than they have registered voters. So, you guys, if you were to watch the change that happened last night, you'll see that Trump's number stayed the same, but Biden's increased by 200,000 plus. That's mathematically impossible. So if that isn't just a shining example showing you that voter fraud is absolutely taking place, I don't know what is. I need to give a shout out to Idaho. Your state looks gorgeous. 95% red. God bless you all. Texas, you had me going for just a minute there. I was like, what's happening, Texas? But you know what it is? It's all of the Californians leaving their nasty left-ran state and then bringing their shitty politics into a gorgeous red state. And that's what we're seeing in Texas right now. Thank God it went red, but I don't even like that it was a question for a minute. Same thing with Florida. Florida is very diverse, so a little bit different there. But I have been looking at property in Florida, and I was like, that's it. If Florida goes blue, I am absolutely pulling out of that notion. Thankfully, Florida, you came through like you did last election. God bless you all. Georgia should have been called a long time ago. And I put something out last night that basically said I'm dumping Fox and switching. And I'm just so pissed off. I feel like Fox is CNN light. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling like CNN light. The fact that they have Donna Brazile speaking, and she's the one, if you don't remember, she tipped off Hillary to the debate questions that were going to be asked of her in 2015. So why Fox is employing her and having her as a speaker, I don't know, but that to me has been bothering me for months now. But last night, when they're sitting on making calls for Trump, yet when they have 90% plus votes in, but Biden will have 3% of California in, and they made a call for him. That's a bunch of shit. And it's just, to me, it feels like fake news. Now, Tucker Carlson, he said something last night. I could tell he was really fired up, and I think he's very frustrated with his network. So when we all know Arizona, that call was way too early. And though it does look blue, it's not for sure yet. So we're not certain there. There's hope in Nevada. Georgia, in my opinion, that is Trump's, unless more voter fraud pours in from the Biden campaign. Did you guys hear about places that are heavily Republican voters where they only had Sharpies for the voters to use to fill out their ballots? The Sharpies don't read, just so you guys know that. So people were making, these pollsters were making people use a Sharpie, and they weren't reading their ballots. And not everyone brings a pen with them. So that was absolutely happening last night, and that's coming out today. Well, you guys, I really feel like all we can do right now is pray. Pray that the truth will prevail. and that meanwhile we can be at peace, because I'm finding it really difficult right now to feel at peace. I'm very angry. I'm very bitter. I feel very hateful towards liberals and anyone that voted for Joe Biden. A lot of evil in this world, and then just a lot of people that are easily fooled. And those are those sheep. And we all are friends with some sheep. And not everyone can be a lion. But that doesn't mean that I'm not really pissed off at those people. I am. Anyways, I'm going to be posting later about something really freaking crazy that happened in Washington, D.C. yesterday.